So this workshop is called Let Love In 2021, and I'm having it just because I think 2020 was a new year for everyone. And did you take the time to stop and reflect? We have Young Living has some beautiful, beautiful oils that are really meant for like releasing and letting go of trauma and pain. Something about trauma and pain is that it gets stored as energy in the body. If you ever notice when you go through a particularly like difficult or stressful situation, your shoulders tense up and you feel your body enter like a very stressful state. And this energy gets stored into our muscles and our fascia. And until we take the time to look back and start releasing it, it stays there, unmoved and unchanged. So the point of these 5 oils today is going to be to help embody more joy in our life, to find courage to, live our greatest dreams, abundance, to know that we are worth everything and that we can have it all. It's not an if or. You can have your biggest dreams, and then Envision is going to be like planning ahead and really hoping and dreaming for the future. So I want you all to join me in taking just 3 deep breaths. So we're going to go. And so I'm going to have you take the first oil, White Angelica. And like I said, this oil is really good for releasing negative energy. So I'm going to have you put a drop in the middle of your palm, and we are going to do an aromatic breath. And if you don't know how to do it, you just rub the oil between your hands and you cup it over your nose and you take a few breaths in and out. And then I like to do this thing where I like push my aura, and I try to keep this like, this is my safe space. This is my light space. So I'm so excited to be here with all of you. And I believe we are ready to get started with our first oil. So we're going to start with joy. And on the back of all of your affirmation cards, I wrote, I don't have it on mine, but I wrote joy, valor. Yep, awesome. Yep, I wrote joy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call on all of you to read your affirmation card out loud to the group. And like I said, I'll do the calling, so don't worry about, calling and answering. And once we share, we're going to take a drop of joy and we're going to put it over our heart center. And then, you'll mute your mic and the next person will go. And once everyone has shared their affirmation cards, I'm going to have each of you look at your card, place it on the table, and we're going to do something called liquid pens. And this isn't like a real thing. I've made this name up. It's when you have, a sentence in front of you and you time yourself. And I'll do the timing for everyone tonight, where for 1 minute, 60 seconds, you write everything that comes to your mind about the words on your card. And that means, 60 seconds, so you can't hold anything back. It's just write whatever comes to your mind. So I guess we'll start with affirmation cards. The one that I have is, the darkness doesn't steal my light, it shines regardless. So Lori, what does your card say?
Mine says, it's taken living through my darkest days to become the strongest version of me.
Denise?
I choose to release. I can't read it. I can't read the word. I choose to release and own my own joy. Shame. Okay. I choose to release shame and own my story.
Fantastic. Suzanne?
Today I will set the stage for peace, joy, fun, and calm in my day.
Awesome. Natalie?
Mine says faith over fear.
And lastly, Jen? Oh, I think you're on mute, Jen.
There, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I have the capacity to love others more fully when I love myself first.
Awesome. Okay, so now you all have your cards. Really feel that sentence. It was obviously mailed to you anonymously and miscellaneously, right? But maybe you got that card for a reason. So really feel into the sentence. And in 10 seconds, I'm going to start a timer and everyone's just going to write everything that comes to your mind relating to your card. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get writing. Okay, time's up. All right, and now, and at the end of everything, I'm going to call on, well, I won't call on anyone. If anyone feels, inspired to share maybe some of the things they wrote down, we can do that at the end. But we'll move on to the next one now. So we're going to do Valor. So pull out your Valor card, and with Valor, we're going to apply that to our neck. And Valor is going to be one of those oils that's really good for courage. It's sort of self-explanatory, but it's got some great oils in it, like blue tansy, and it's just really good for honing in on bravery. So my affirmation card says, there is a unique strength within me that will see me through my hardest days. Oops, turn off my timer. So there's a unique strength within me that will see me through my hardest days. And I'm going to take this and put it over my neck. Lori, would you like to go next?
Today I remember that my worth isn't found in another person's hands. Those whispers were never meant for me.
Denise?
I am strong, beautiful, worthy. I choose today to rest in those truths.
Suzanne?
Even when I may not feel it, I am seen and known and loved for exactly who I am.
Natalie?
When I share the hard parts of my story, I make room to invite others in.
All right. And Jen?
Today, negative thoughts will not be welcome.
Okay, so think about Valor, think about bravery, and think about how it applies to that affirmation card. So in 10 seconds, we're going to do a little liquid pens and write everything that comes to mind. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Time's up on that one. So the next oil that we're going to move to is abundance. Abundance is a really special oil for me. I feel like when I first got it, I wasn't crazy about the smell. And there's like this old wives' tale that if you don't like the smell of an oil, it's probably because you need it. So fun little fact there. Abundance is going to be really good for all things. I mean, to me, abundance is tied in like health is wealth. Also thinking that you're worthy of abundance and in other ways in your life, like thinking that you're worthy of earning more than you do, that you're abundant in relationships. And I think abundance is really tied to gratitude as well. So we're going to take our abundance cards, and mine says, even as I wait and live in uncertainty, I am whole. All right, and Denise? Oh, and we're gonna put these on our feet.
Oh, okay. I gotta take my socks and booties off. I can feel it rising within me. I was made to feel love, to give love, to search for beauty in our everyday. Awesome.
Hey. Lori?
The very thing that may be overwhelming me at this moment, someone else is praying for.
Suzanne?
There is no better time than now to look around with wonder and gratitude and hopefulness.
Jen?
I choose to see my life through a lens of gratitude.
Natalie?
My home is full of love and kindness.
Yay. And Uni, I know you're joining in late. I don't know if you have your affirmation cards with you.
Yes, I do.
Do you have your card that says abundance?
Let me check. Yes,
Do you want to read it out loud to everyone?
yes. I have a spot at the table. My story matters.
All right. Fantastic. And I'm going to give you some time to think about your card, 10 seconds before we start writing a little bit about what the card means to us. So Uni, definitely get some pen and paper if you can. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start writing. Right. Which takes us to our last oil, but not the last of our exercises, Envision. Envision is probably my most favorite oil that, like from the whole collection. I really feel like this is such a great oil to use when I'm at work or trying to be creative. It really gives the ability to just believe in your creative energy, and that's why I love it so much. So take your Envision card, and we're going to be putting a drop of the oil on our third eye or crown chakra, which is like a chakra that's really associated with, dreaming big or seeing the bigger picture. So really excited for that. My card says, these twists and turns may be leading me down a path that looks differently than I imagined, but I can still find peace here. All right. Lori?
When I learn to release my tight grip and surrender control, I am met with the life that I was created to live.
Denise?
I know that I was made for something beautiful.
Suzanne?
With each new day and each breath that fills my lungs, there is a fresh opportunity to live the life that I've been dreaming of.
Jen?
Your light shines brightest when you recognize all that you have to offer.
Natalie?
Today, my dreams meet belief. I believe this is my future.
CUNY?
Yes, Alex, I don't understand. What do I need to write?
Take out your Envision card.
My Envision? Then I read what it says.
Yep, and then after what I'll set a timer and we all are writing down what that card makes us think of.
Okay, today I take action over getting stopped by perfection. I will practice peace today.
Okay, great. So think about the card that you read, think about the cards that other people read, think about how it relates to dreaming of your future or thinking about, living your best life. So in 10 seconds, we will start writing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start writing. Okay. Okay, awesome. So we just went through and did an exercise with all of the oils. Did anyone have like a specific oil or something that they wrote down in response to one of their cards that really stood out to them that would feel, that would want to share? Yeah, sure. Laura, you can go.
Well, I don't know how you knew that I'm a control freak, but I like this idea of releasing my tight grip and surrendering control, because I don't have to be in control of everything, and things will work out just fine if I am not. So that was a good reminder for me.
Yeah, sure. And you don't have to raise your hand. Everyone,
Okay.
go
Well,
ahead.
the first one, joy. I choose to release shame and own my story. And my life has, had some very dark, difficult times. And sometimes it's hard to let that go. It still kind of can hold you back, which I know has. So that resonated with me, that I still have work with that, because I've been working on it, but I realize that I still have more work to do.
Good work to be done. For me, I think one that stood out was the card I read talking about, like, even when I'm waiting, I'm whole. And I think that stood out because I was thinking, how does waiting relate to abundance? And it was because even in stillness, I have to recognize like abundance is all around me. Even when things aren't happening, I have to return to that place of gratitude and realize like I have more than I could ever want or need, and like I'm taken care of and I'm prosperous now. It's not like I'm prosperous tomorrow, I'm not prosperous yesterday. Like now, I have all I need now. And I think that stood out to me, like taking time to center back in and be still and think of that.
Mine was with the joy card. I need to learn how to like not let things bother me that other people say or think. And I need to find joy in everything I do.
Amen. I feel that.
Alex, for me, I think the one that I like is the abundance. Sometimes I see myself and I think about that sometimes what I did or what I'm doing does not matter. And I feel like this goes with me because this what it says, I have a spot at the table. My story matters. So this is the one that I like. This is the one that I'm thinking it goes with me.
Do you want me to talk?
Yeah, if you want, don't feel like you have to.
No, it's okay. I think the Envision one really spoke to me because the first thing I wrote was do what you love. And I think that sometimes we have to not worry about all the expectations that people put on us of what we should do or jobs that we should do. And sometimes if you just do what you're called to do, what makes you happy, things just start happening and it works out. So maybe you're doing your bread and butter job, but you have a creative side to you, which is what I think I have. I would like to get more creative and do more things, but I also have to pay my bills. So just learning to have faith and trust that just go for it, do what you love, and it's going to make its own way, and not worry so much about the opinions and thoughts of others.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I hope, you know, Natalie, I don't know if you want to share or not. If you don't feel like you have to, but if you do, I want to make sure you can.
I can go. I was thinking about it, and like it's hard because I feel like I wrote some similar things for some of them. But I think the one I liked the most was the one that said, when I share the hard parts of my story, I make room to invite others in. I always have my walls up very high around people. So letting people in my life and letting them help me a little bit is something I need to work on.
Yes. And there's, you know, some tips for letting love in 2021. There's a lot of power in meeting with others. Like community is really big. You know, it's all women tonight. Like sistership circles are really, really helpful for like, you know, as women, we tend to carry a lot of ourselves and hold things tight, and we don't express, you know, when we're struggling, and we tend to be caregivers, and we take a lot of that onto ourselves, and we never, you know, meet with each other and take the time to release and let go. So seek those activities in your life where you're going to be with people who, you know, uplift you, who you can be your most authentic self with. That's going to be such a key component of 2021. Another key component is going to be, you know, setting aside time for yourself. And that's going to be different for everyone. We all have different schedules. A lot of us are doing things that take up, you know, a lot of our time. But setting aside whatever it is, if it's 30 seconds, 20 minutes, whatever you need, you know, get a walk in. I know it's a little bit hard with the cold weather here in Pennsylvania, but get some exercise. Use your essential oils. I think they're one of my favorite solutions, just because it takes me maybe 30 seconds to do an aromatic breath, and I have a solution right at my fingertips. You know, eat nutritious foods. What you fill your body in is also going to be like a reflection of your outside. And I know for me, when I'm, you know, eating out every night of the week, I'm not feeling too good. So that's definitely going to be a way to like help heal yourself. And also, I think the final thing that I have to share is be forgiving of yourself. You're on a journey, and no story is the exact same. So live your life, be proud of what you've gone through, take the time to reflect and release, and know that you can move on in peace. So I hope you all loved this workshop and had a good time. And, you know, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
No problem. Bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.